There's one item that has been removed from consent. That is item number 6, which we moved to the City Commission agenda, Mr. Mayor, and either you or Mr. Alexander will present that item.
Yeah. Ramon, from my office. This is a special program that we initiated, and Terrence is here, is he not? Where's Terrence? I just saw him. Where's Terrence? There he is. I want Ramon to just explain, just very briefly, this program. And Terrence, you can join him at the podium if you don't mind. This is the young man that's running this program at the Appalachia Ridge Community Center or Neighborhood Service, CNRP project. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, and Commissioners, and Madam Manager. As the Mayor articulated and is expressed in the agenda item, the Memorandum of Understanding, we have been blessed with the opportunity to run a tangible program that will impact our teenagers in our community, in the Appalachia Ridge community and surrounding communities, to a technology program. This program will exist for a 12-month period of time. We've received resources from Comcast. This is the 22nd site in the country for a digital connectors camp of this sort, and we're excited about it. Mr. Terrence McNeil here has been trained out in San Francisco, California, to carry out this program, and he can explain any particulars or details in reference to the curriculum.
Terrence, very briefly, just outline the Appalachia Ridge program, which I've had the opportunity to visit. Go ahead, Terrence.
Yes, sir. Well, first, congratulations, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you.
And it's a pleasure to be here amongst everyone, the commissioners, Madam Manager. Yes, the program at Appalachia Ridge has been in partnership with the City of Tallahassee for several years now. And through that time, we have done a lot of good in the south side of Tallahassee, I would say. The major accomplishment that I feel that I brought to it was the creation of the Digital Media Center, which has, I guess, since the success of that program, attracted other synergies to take place. The reason we're here, the Digital Connectors Program. And this program is a youth development model that has been created to teach students a number of things: digital arts and media, civic journalism, computer broadband expansion, entrepreneurship, computer refurbishment, community marketing, and a few other things. That sounds like a great mouthful, and it is, because we're going to offer the students quite a bit of education in the area of technology. We feel like the Appalachia Ridge Center, and those of you all who are familiar with it could agree that the Appalachia Ridge Center is somewhat of a prototype model that could do a variety of communities in a variety of cities a great deal of good service. In the time that we've been there, several cities have come to Tallahassee and visited to find out how we've made such a great thing work, a good partnership between the city as well as the Arena Association, Neighborhood Association. So our program is going to teach students through a one-year process about digital media. So they'll be doing things related to, like I said, civic journalism, going out into their communities and doing things related to connecting the city with technology resources at our center, teaching other people in the community how to use computers, for example, doing documentary work such as creating films of documentary nature or music that has a positive tone to it. All the while we're teaching students how to use these different things. So there's a great deal of education involved, a great deal of mentorship involved. We plan on doing other things related to helping students after they've received this education to go on to school and do things related to technology and digital media. So,
awesome. Thank you very much, Terrence. This is a program that was initiated a number of years ago, an outgrowth of a program, Community Neighborhood Renaissance Partnership. And I would be remiss, or it would not be fair if I didn't mention the commissioner who had a significant role in initiating this project.
yes.
And that is Commissioner Meisberg. Commissioner Steve Meisberg was very instrumental in getting this project started. And I want to take this opportunity. He came to me when the project was in some financial trouble. And I told Steve I'd work with him and we see what we can do. So we need to thank and make sure we thank Commissioner Meisberg for his vision.
Yes.
His vision and his initiative in making sure that this project got off the ground. Commissioner Licey was obviously around during that period of time as well.
Yes.
And I'm sure she was instrumental in helping this
Well,
as
but you are correct that this was Commissioner Meisberg's baby. And he made it happen, and he held it together in good times and bad. And even since he has left office, he has stayed in communication with everyone about it. He has called me in the past and told me what an extraordinary job you have been doing down there. And when I heard Terrence, I thought, it's our Terrence, who has done such a fantastic job. And Steve remains a champion of you personally and of this program. And I spoke with him just this morning before I came to work. So it's very appropriate to see you here today. But he wants this project to continue, and every time it gets near the ditch, he is on the phone and he makes sure somebody pays attention and holds it together. But it's because of the extraordinary work that you personally and some others who preceded you, I know, have done down there, and how the community down there and the young people in the community have benefited. So it's hard to kill a good program. And so this one keeps getting a second and third life, but it's always been deserving of that. So thank you.
Well, thank you. And I would like to say that if it were not for the forward thinking of people like yourself and Mr. Meisberg, we wouldn't be here. And many of the students who could probably fill up this room and say, things about how this program has helped them, I think are an attest to things improving in the realm of academia for residents of the South Side. The issue that we had here in this room, we spoke a couple of years ago about the gang, issue thing emerging, so-called, whatever you want to call it. But I think that some of the things that we've been able to do out of that center has helped, at least in our neighborhood. Mm-hmm. And, we're very thankful for those lives, extra extended lives you've given us here.
I hope, and our objective is sustainability of this program. And I believe we may have that. We've got some entities that are extremely interested in this, and Terrence has indicated it is a model. And when I've taken some of our private sector entities down there, they are impressed with what Terrence is doing and what has been done at Appalachia Ridge. Comcast has stepped to the plate. The school system has stepped to the plate. FSU has stepped to the plate with students, and FAMU and TCC, volunteer students have come in there to help at Appalachia Ridge.
And various other private businesses have been
Oh, a number of
involved.
other private businesses. And I would encourage you all to go down to the community center. Now, having said that, we want to replicate this in Tallahassee. And the next project is to hopefully we can replicate it in the Providence neighborhood. That's our target, to do basically the same thing. And we've got a beginning with the $100,000 we got from the AKAs. Mm-hmm. They're looking at that sorority and some other things that are happening in Providence. So hopefully we can, with a lot of vision again, replicate this program with individuals like Terrence. We certainly can. I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you very much. Thank you so much.
Mr. Mayor, let me clarify that on this agenda item, we added some wording because it's appropriate for the commission not only to accept the funding from One Economy Corporation, but to appropriate it into the budget.
Okay. One Economy is an outfit that look at underserved communities and unserved communities and try to provide provide further deployment and adoption of broadband technology in unserved and underserved communities. And we want to thank One Economy as well. And with that, can I have a motion for adoption?
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second. All in favor of the motion say aye.
Aye.
It passes unanimously. Thank you. Next item.
We are on item number